Okay, I've only got 15 minutes for a really quick workout now. I'm going to do shoulder presses, but I'm super sore from yesterday. I don't want to do a big warm up, so I'm literally going to do easier variations, or I'm going to cheat the shoulder press and just bang out a few repetitions. So today I'm going to show you how to cheat the shoulder press. So to start with, we just need to warm up on some elevated boxes or P-bars or something like that. We ideally need to have a good, strong handstand. So just spending a little bit of time up there, making sure that the body's happy to handstand. If it's not, obviously you need to do the warm up that you need to do, so that doesn't feel too bad. Then we need to do exactly the same for the bottom position. So the bottom position is going to be our straddle L-sit position. Yep, that doesn't feel amazing. Hips are tight, legs are tight, but I can hold that. Look, this is the cheated straddle L-sit position. Bent knees, and I'm resting a little bit on my arms. I'm not sitting on it, so my arms are still straight, but there's definitely a lot of friction between the leg and the arm. So now I have the top position and I have the bottom position. I now need to go between the two. Now before I just jump in and do that, I need to make sure that my scapula, my upper back, is happy to take the load. So I need to make sure I'm warmed up through that. So I'm just going to protract and push away, make the toes nice and light. Might even do like a tuck planche position. Hold that for a bit of time. See how that feels. Yep, that's okay as well. So that would be my ugly shoulder press positions. I'm going to have some sort of handstand at the top, that bottom position, and then more of a planchy transition. So now let's test it, see if we can go between the three or pass through from the start position to the bottom position, like so. Yep, that feels okay. Into the straddle L. Hold for a few seconds. So now we have the top position, we have the bottom position, ugly ones, and we have the transition down. So we have the eccentric. Now I need to start warming up the concentric. So I just need to check that I can do a press handstand. Now that feels a bit hard today. I could muscle through it and do it, but I'm going to show you an easier way to just get your press handstand on the days where you're feeling a bit tight. So I'm just going to cheat, take the hands a little bit wider, externally rotate, bend the arms. Look, now I can fly up and down quite comfortably. By taking that head and shoulders forwards and a little bit lower, pulls the hip up and allows you to muscle the press. Now these things aren't going to work for everyone. If you've got great flexibility and you're not so strong, these type of methods aren't going to work so well. And now I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but on the P-bars. So up into that position, use a little bit of bent arm to press up, straighten at the top, show control. Now do my eccentric, back down. So now we have a partial range concentric and an eccentric to those ugly positions. Now we can try the full movement. So going from that straddle L-sit, see if we can get up. I'm probably going to need to use a bit of strength, a bit of ugliness to grind through. So I've got those options of bending the arms, and I can also use a little bit of momentum to help me. So not pretty, got up, whether you'd call that a stalled or not, I'm not sure. But let's do an eccentric as well. Back down. So what I've done there is I used momentum on that first section, then I grinded through with using some strength, bent arm to push up to my handstand hold at the top. So that's taken around 5 or 6 minutes to get to that point where we can do an ugly shoulder press. Yes, the hands are raised. Yes, I'm bending my arms. Yes, I'm using some momentum. I said this wanted to be a 15-minute workout, so now I'm just going to go in and just keep refining that as much as possible. One way would be to do a little bit of mobility, open the hips up, make the body a little bit happier to get into those positions. So I'm not having to use flexibility, I'm not having to use strength so much on those sticking points, because I'm going to have a more efficient range of motion if I can open up from a flexibility point of view. Let's just have a look, see where my straddle is called. So around there.
Who would you like to call?
Nobody. Ghostbusters. So not bad, but not as good as it normally is. Everything feels a bit heavy. I've started doing a lot of, or not a lot, for me a lot of front squats and weighted chin-ups, which my body needs, but I'm getting really sore from it. Okay, a little bit more external rotation, see if that helps. Yeah, much, much better. So I would say that was like a half decent rep for a raised up shoulder press. So not so much bent arm work, more fluid pathway. So a little rest, and then I'm just gonna do another one, see if I can get it even cleaner again. It'll just be a case of doing more repetitions of that. Now this isn't the way I would train the shoulder press to handstand if you don't have one already. And it's not the way I would normally structure on my training sessions or someone else's training sessions. But this is a good example of a 15 to 20 minute workout, and I just want to train the skill itself. Hopefully that's given you a few ideas on how to integrate some cheat methods into your training to maybe get a concentric if you don't have it yet, and then do a really clean eccentric on the way back down. The bent arm press works really well for that. The bent leg position with the hands raised works well if you don't quite have the mobility yet. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. If you're after coaching, check out my website and my app. Links all down in the description. Thumbs up and subscribe would be appreciated, and I'll speak to you in the next one.